Today is the summer solstice. It is the day where the sun is highest in the sky and spends the longest in the sky, giving us the most amount of light. Not very sunny here in Milton Keynes today, but very nice and light and bright. As we transition into the second half of the year, we acknowledge that we're all interconnected in some way. Everything on Earth, in the planets, in the universe is all connected. The sun provides the light and the warmth to grow our food, as we warm the earth for the animals, for the plants to grow, that we eat. So it's a time that many cultures celebrate, and a time to say thanks to the sun and also for the light within us. We're going to do a sun salutation, a modified sun salutation, using a chair as a prop, and one that we haven't done before. But it is one that is a really nice one to do. You can make it as energetic or as slow and mindful as you like. It's sun salutation started as a way, a prayerful way to say thank you to the sun. So it seems a good idea to have a go at doing that today. So before we get started, I would suggest you find yourself a fairly sturdy chair. I've got this one here that's quite heavy, so it's quite supportive. And we're going to use it as a prop, just to do some of the poses that we wouldn't normally do in class, like a fall down dog, a plank, a cobra, which sometimes we will do modified. But by using this chair, we can do another type of sun salutation. So, as I say, you need to get a sturdy chair. If you want to pause the video here and come back and join me, that's fine. We're going to start by just becoming nice and rooted into the earth. You can start with the feet together. I prefer mine just a little distance apart. That just makes me feel a little bit more steady. And then we're just going to get our balance just backwards and forwards onto the balls of the feet and back onto the heels. So just noticing all four corners of the feet. And then just starting to transition into noticing the sensations in the body. So just noticing as you move the different parts of the body that you might be working the muscles, and starting to concentrate on the breath. So we're taking the awareness from the outside environment into the inside. And now feeling kind of nice and steady and rooted to the ground, we're going to bring our hands into prayer position, lifting the heart center, bringing the thumbs into the sternum, and perhaps just softening the gaze, or perhaps closing the eyes if that feels comfortable. And I want us to take 3 big deep breaths here. So breathing right down into the belly, and then breathing out, just sighing the breath out. Another big inhalation. So we're now going to turn towards the chair, allowing the arms just to come down to the sides. Then with the next inhalation, a bend in the knees as we reach up and look up at the hands, stretching up, feeling that through the sides of the body. And with the exhalation, coming down into our half forward fold, folding from the hips. You may want to hold on to the chair for support. Now we're going to step back with the right leg as we step into our modified lunge. So we're feeling nice opening in the hips, pushing the back heel down towards the mat, holding on to the chair, keeping the chest nice and lifted. And then we're going to step back with the left leg and come down into our modified down dog. So we're bringing the head down in between the arms, lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling and pushing the heels down into the mat. Nice big breath here. And then with the exhalation, coming forward into our plank. Again, taking the support of the chair. Nice weight bearing exercise, helping to strengthen the bones. Next exhalation, pushing back into our down dog. Head coming down between the arms, nice line from the top of the head through to the tailbone. And then coming forward into our modified cobra. This is where we lift the heart centre, pushing the balls of the feet into the mat, and then coming back to our modified down dog. Lifting that tailbone nice and high. And now we're going to step forward with the left leg back into our lunge. Pushing that heel down towards the mat. And stepping forward into our half fold. A bend in the knees as we come up, stretching the hands up, hands into prayer position and down to heart centre. So that is one half of the sun salutation. We're going to do the same on the other side. So again, we'll start with the hands in prayer position, feeling nice and steady, releasing the hands down, an inhalation, bending the knees, stretching up overhead. Exhalation, bringing the hands down into our half fold. You might want to keep the hands on the legs if that's comfortable and available to you. And then stepping this time the left leg back as we come back into our lunge. So we want to feel a nice stretch in the left calf muscle. Just holding that there for a breath. And then stepping the right foot back as we come down into our modified down dog. Feel that tailbone lifting up towards the ceiling. That's too difficult, you can always bend the knees if that's really tough on the hamstrings. And then coming forward into our modified plank. Nice straight line from the top of the head down through the spine, down through the legs. We don't want to sink in the middle, so just keeping the bottom just slightly lifted, pushing back into our down dog. Coming forward into cobra. And this is where we do lift the heart centre, pushing the balls of the feet into the mat, bringing the heels down towards the mat. And then this time coming back, stepping the right foot forward into our modified lunge, bringing the left foot forward and coming down into our half forward pose, keeping a nice straight back, hinging from the hips, bending the knees, stretching up overhead with an inhalation and bringing the hands down to the heart centre. So that is our modified sun salutation using a chair as a prop. I just want to, and just to finish off, I would just like to read a short verse to you. Mother Earth, enlighten what's dark in me. Strengthen what's weak in me. Mend what's broken in me. Heal what's sick in me.